Alright, here we are at Necropolis of Mirrors. As you can see, I am wearing all of the gear that I got from Forsaken Abbey that I showed you in the last video and how I statted it. I also decided to wear this ring. I also want to show you my new elite skills that I'm going to have access to. Ascending Dragon Strike, which is really nice to have when you have all that extra rage. Power buildup, which increases my weapon damage, so that's really helpful. And Vindictive Strike is my level 40, so this is level 30, level 35, my level 40. This is my level 40 elite skill, which this instance is around level 35 to 40. It's in that range. There's a lot of gear that is of different levels, but there are a few pieces at the end of the instance that are level 40. So level 40 is also an appropriate level. So I'm going to use this. Another reason I really want to have this when I go in here is it's really helpful to have access to some form of stun when you run this. I could just run this as my warrior priest side instead, but the extra heals are also very nice. Yeah, you need to have stuns. You're going to want to have stuns in this instance because there are creatures that can have a lot of charging up spell abilities that will drain your mana, or fear you, or turn you into a chest, which is never fun. Being a chest does not mean you get a lot of gold. It just means you are a chest and you are useful for a few useless for a few seconds. You are not useful. A chest is not useful. A bowl is most useful when it is empty. One more thing that I'm going to add to this, in addition to all the stats that I got from my gear, is I'm going to actually use my pet, because this instance is one of the harder ones. That's why I actually had to stat up to be able to run it solo and do the whole thing. So you can see that increased my hit points a lot. That's because my pet is level 32. The pet is pretty good. And the main thing it's helping me with is my defense. It also gives me some strength, but strength doesn't really help increase my attack a whole lot, because I'm a priest and you only get like maybe half a point per strength. But I can find something that has strength on it. Yeah, it's 0.8%. So you get 80% of your strength is converted to physical attack. So it's really not a great ratio. Whereas warriors get twice as much physical attack as they have strength. Every class has different ratios. And priest has basically the worst. Even if you're a priest warrior. Not fair, is it? Okay. These green ones can fear you. That's why I'm being careful with this guy. I think I'm gonna wait for him to come up to me. Excuse me. Alright, here we go. He's coming. Oh. Yeah, there we go. See, he feared me right away. They don't always do it that quick, but that time he did. They also can silence you, as you saw. But that doesn't matter. These blue guys aren't going to do much, so I don't have to worry about them. I just got to get the green guy out of the way. I need to be careful, because the first boss is actually really close here and could walk in on me any second now. I don't need that. Now I'm going to go down here and kill these guys, and there's a hormone crystal down there. This is the resource, the material component that you harvest here, just like we harvest these other three in the lower level instances. This is the last instance that has something to harvest, and it is the hormone crystal. Actually, kind of want to wait for that shadow to leave, because the shadows are actually the highest priority kill in this instance, because they are the ones that turn you into chests, and they also can drain your mana, and both of those things suck. I mean, I guess if you are a class that doesn't use mana, that's fine, but still being a chest is no fun. Dude, look, there he goes. He's doing it. He's doing it. No, 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 no. There we go. I stunned him. But there's another one, and he's probably going to continue to do the same thing. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, I killed him before he turned me into a chest. Whenever he says, I want the key, and he charges up that dream of gold like this guy's doing. Okay. Luckily he didn't do it. But you'll get to see another one do it to me, I'm sure. Because I'm probably going to fail at some point to stop them. I just got lucky and I killed them. I DPS'd them before they got me. Oh, I forgot to put this on my action bar. That's why I'm accidentally healing myself. It normally is there, but I took it off before so I wouldn't accidentally use it in the other instance. Alright, so we're going to get these hormone crystals. And just like the other materials, these hormone crystals you can harvest with the rest of your party. Just have everyone click it at the same time. Okay. I'm actually going to kill him because that boss should be around here. He might have walked up there, maybe? Maybe he's over there. He's kind of ghostly, so he's a little transparent. There he is. Magister Gumas. Level 35 boss. Alright. Here we go. Whoops. I don't think he really has anything that's super powerful. It's pretty much tank and spank. Unless... I don't think he has the AoE effect, but he might. We'll see if he uses it. He might also have the ability to heal himself when he gets low. There are a couple monsters in here that do have that. So when you get them low, then you really have to DPS them, or they will heal. Or you can actually stun them and stop them from doing it. Which is usually the better effect, because... yeah. So he does have Dark Power Release. This is the AoE. I'm not going to worry about stopping it, because I don't think it's going to be enough to kill me. No. It's not really that dangerous for me right now. Even if I didn't have my pet, it wouldn't be killing me. I'm checking to see if he uses the other ability. I don't know what Death Sickle does. Okay, that dealt a good chunk of damage. I should look that one up later to find out what it actually does, because there are a few monsters in here that do that as well. Oh shoot! I accidentally swapped these on my action bar, and then I used my macro that pops all my defensive abilities. That's what I use in a pinch if I get in a bad situation. There we go. He did. And he dropped these leather legs. See, I don't know why they put dex and mana points. Dex makes sense for leather, but mana points? I mean, I guess if you're a rogue mage or something like that? Rogue warden? I don't know. I'm sure there are plenty of rogues that use mana points. Most classes do. But rogues and scouts... maybe scout mage. I don't know. Still, no rogue is stacking mana. You just get mana passively. I'm going to try and avoid these guys. Nope. He did not like that. Yeah, he feared me. Okay, now these two will die. Shadow Desire's after me, and he's gonna try and mana drift me, but I stunned him. See, it's very useful. The downside is it has a 30-second cooldown. So when you're encountering multiples of those, or if they use the same ability twice in a row, it stinks. But, you know, having one stun is better than no stuns. Of course, if I was a warrior, I'd have 2 stuns. And I didn't even need to come this way. I don't know why I did that. Yeah, if you turn this way, you're an idiot, like me. I did not need to do that. You come down here, and you're supposed to go that way. So if you jump down here to get the mana crystal, come up here, kill the boss if you haven't already killed it, because sometimes you can encounter it just coming down that first ramp, and then come this way. I knew it looked unusual. I'm like, I don't remember coming this way. That way, there is nothing, and it's a waste. And hold on. Oh gosh, these things are gonna want to kill me. Please don't kill me. Okay. I avoided them. If you're running this at level, you will not be able to avoid that. You will normally have to kill those every single time you do it. DPS 10. These Cursed Robes are also high priority because of their Mana Rift ability. And also these Horror Crystals are bad. Here, which you've already seen. Oops, there's going to be another one coming, but I guess I can kill him too. Kill these guys relatively quickly. This axe upgrade helps. It'd be even nicer if this axe was OD. I don't know if I really showed it. Oh yeah, I did showcase it in the last video. Talked about how I ran Forsaken Abbey forever. And I only ever got 2 drops. And neither one of them was OD. If you just go that way, you can continue to the next boss. But if you go this way, you can get a Hormone Crystal, and then we'll jump down there. And normally you would have to kill these guys as well, but I think because of my level, I can actually sneak around them. And I gotta try and jump down there without aggroing all those guys too. Normally I would kill these guys, get this Hormone Crystal, and then run around, and then kill those guys, but I think I can actually avoid them all. Nope. This armor's after me. But the armor is lower priority than the Cursed Robe, so we can kill that first. Okay. The armor actually does have a powerful ability. Once they've stacked enough on you, look how they're just draining my HP. Okay. I Aura of Lifed and I Soul Sourced. That's the only reason I didn't die there. Yeah. So those fighting armor are not to be underestimated. I don't think that their ability is hit points based. It's like percentage based damage. But I wonder if it was, because I don't remember how many hit points I had when I ran this at level 35-40. It was lower because my pet was a lower level. For a long time I made sure that my pet was not more than half of my level. That was one of my restrictions that I put on myself, so that I didn't get my pet being too OP, because I don't even think pets were around in Chapter 1, and I was trying to sort of simulate play as if I was in Chapter 1, but I ended up using a pet anyway because all of my guildies left me and I was lonely. Oh, there we go. If I manage to avoid getting turned into a chest through this whole thing, then maybe I will let the last one that I fight turn me into a chest just to demonstrate what happens. Of course, you can always just come in here and see for yourself. Not a lot of mana pots left. And I'm just gonna... There's a boss up here, so I think I'm gonna sit here and wait for my mana to regenerate. I'll pause it so you don't have to wait with me. Alright, there we go. I got all my mana back. Now, these things can actually drain your mana. So I'm going to be careful pulling them, because I don't want to pull too many, because the boss is in there, and I don't want to aggro the boss. I'm going to just try and pull these guys one at a time and kill them. Because you do not want to have all these cursed robes on you, draining your mana while you're trying to kill the boss. That's a good way to die. Okay. The boss actually paces back and forth, so you kind of want to wait until it's back. I'm actually going to try and get this guy first. See? Moved. Ooh. Oh, they're gonna get this guy. Hopefully he doesn't pull him. Right, I'm actually gonna see if I can let it attack me a little. Oh, no, I don't want it to do that. But I do want it to give me some rage so that I can get all my buffs. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I was accidentally using my level 45 condensed rage, so I'm going to turn that off. I forgot to turn it off before when I buffed up, but I turned it off this time. That's the only one that actually costs rage to cast. That's why I normally get rage before I buff. But that's okay. Come on, buddy. Good. I don't think I pulled the boss. Now, the hard part about this boss, here's how this boss works. I will pull it, and I usually pull it out here. The main reason I want to pull it out here before I fight is because if I die, I want to be able to resurrect myself, because it will come out, it'll kill me if I die, and then it'll go back in there, and then I can respawn right here, and I'll still be okay, and then I can just rebuff and try it again. When I pull it out here, it will I think at like maybe 50% HP, it'll spawn copies of itself, but you'll be able to see the copies on your target. Only the boss will have a crown. The others will have a level 38 here. I think that's what level it is. And they actually have less hit points as well, so if you are able to see hit points, you'll be able to look at that. And the other thing it does is it will put a debuff on the tank, I believe. It might be able to put debuffs on other people as well, I'm not sure. But whoever has aggro, or at least some people in your party, will get this debuff. What the debuff does, it's orange, and what happens is once it ticks down to 0, you will take an explosion of damage. And it can keep putting it on you. So if it puts it on you again before it ticks to 0, it'll just refresh it. But if it ticks to 0, then you take a bunch of damage. That damage that you take is based on your main hand weapon. So if you're running this at level with a level appropriate weapon like I am, it's not going to kill you unless you have like no hit points, in which case you should not be tanking. Whereas you see a lot of like high level players will come in here and they'll like hit it, and if they don't one-shot it and they'll get that debuff on them, they'll kill the boss, but the debuff will not go away. But because their weapon is so strong, once it ticks down to 0, boom, they die. And they're like, what the heck, I'm level 100, how did I die? That's why, because it's based on your main hand DPS. But I will be okay. It won't chunk me nearly as hard. But one thing you can do is you can use Holy Aura. I did that a lot when I was running this at level. I would use Holy Aura, and Soul Source are good ways to not die. So if you have access to anything that I think there are, the Knight also has an ability that gives them immunity to physical damage. I believe that will work. All right, so here we go. Let's just do this. Enough talking. 10% HP, it'll start spawning its copies. We're getting close. I haven't got the debuff on me yet, but we'll see. Here comes that death sickle. See, it did chunk me pretty hard. That actually chunked me harder than the debuff does, I think. Okay, so there's an ad. I think he might spawn one more, maybe at 25 hit points. I don't remember how many he spawns. Maybe, yeah, there's another one. But I'm just staying targeted on him. I'm not switching my target, so. Okay, there's the debuff over here. Resonance with the other world. After a time, all companions enraged. Yeah, it's an AoE effect too. So if you're standing next to the tank when it goes off, boom. I'm going to Holy Aura. Boom. I took no damage. Because I did it before. But if I didn't do that, I would take a good chunk of damage. Maybe I should have demonstrated, but I don't know how much damage it does. I'd rather it do no damage. Come in here and try it yourself. Just don't bring a very strong weapon, because the stronger the weapon, the more it hurts. And I am going to come in here as well because we got another hormone crystal. Let's see. I've got 2 this run. I started with 8. There are 7 in here total, I believe, unless I missed one before. It's been a while since I've run this. Alright. Once you've killed that boss, you're going to head back, and we're going to head over to the other side. We're going to kill Endroiler Strength. So that boss that we just killed, I actually farmed that boss the most because it drops a purple shield that I really wanted. And I did eventually get one, but it was not OD. And then I got another, so I farmed until I got another one who was also not OD. So I managed to get 2 shields, but neither of them were OD. So I got stuck with this one, and that's what I ended up using. It's not actually a book. I used an aggregator. That's what it looks like, the spiked shield. Okay, gotta be careful here, so I don't aggro everything. Alright, so the boss is gonna be right up here. I'm gonna kill some of these guys that are in the way. The red guys aren't much of a threat, they don't do hardly anything. I don't know what that is. They get a tiny little buff. That's all. It's that purple, Endroiler Strength. Or Androlier. I always pronounce it Endroiler, but apparently it doesn't. Okay. I'm gonna act, because there's no green guys, these guys are not much of a threat, so I'm just gonna leave them alive so that if I aggro them, they'll just give me rage, and I think I can take the damage. I believe it also spawns more at a certain level, and one of them will be a green one, so I need to kill that guy. But the rest I'm not worried about unless it becomes too much, but I don't think it will. And this one drops the axe, which is what the other thing that I farmed this instance for. I took a lot of like chain and plate pieces that I eventually got some OD stuff that I statted a little bit for my warrior and knight, but I didn't really get any good priest gear other than the shield and the axe. But the axe was the most important thing, because DPS is what I need. He says friends in. Two can play at that game. Oh, see there, I forgot. He did summon this guy. I should kill him before he makes me feared. Oh shoot, there's two of them. Lucky that he didn't fear me. I'm kind of low. There we go. I could have just killed the boss, but... Oh shoot. See how low I got? Man. He chunked me with something, I didn't see it. Alright, got something. Oh, I got a chain glove. Only one glove, I didn't even get a pair. Joking. Leather pants. Did I? Okay, the leather. This leather piece, I think, is what I got from that other boss. So I didn't get either of the pieces that I would have come down here for back in the day. But if that glove was OP or OD, I might have used it. I might have statted it with something. You can see there that strength 9. I think seeing stats like that was the reason I started using green tier 9 stats that you can see on some of my gear, like these gloves, attack and custodian. Alright. Now that we've killed these two and these two side wings, we can continue. I think they're both optional bosses, to be honest. I don't think you really have to kill either one of them. Actually, I think every boss in this instance is optional. Depends on what you want. But I wanted to get the shield and the axe, so I killed both of them. And this is the axe, by the way. And I'm going to use that on other instances later. That's the Furious Destroyer axe. Shoot. Nope, I didn't get it in time. I didn't have enough rage to stun. So there you go. Look, I'm a chest. I'm not going to mana rift me, not today. Right. Also, sometimes I would just kill all the bosses just for cards and that sort of thing. There we go, I got chested again. My stun was on cooldown. Some stun's better than no stun. But while I was farming this, after I got pretty much everything I thought I wanted, I was basically just running straight to this boss and killing it, and just doing that again and again and again until I got a shield, because the drop rate on it is so low. That's why I only ever managed to get 2, and neither one of them were OD. Such a shame. Okay. So, down here is the next boss. I remember back in the day, we thought this was the hardest boss in the world. I gotta be careful not to aggro it, remember, because he paces around. Okay, there he is. So while he's at a distance like that, I can pull these guys. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm not gonna aggro because he'll get aggroed. I want to pull these guys and kill them. And then whenever he moves away, he'll move back away from these guys. Then I'll pull them, because I don't want to pull them with him at the same time. Oh, I gotta jump. These stairs are also kind of weird. I remember back in the day, we would have people die on this ramp, and the priest would frequently have trouble targeting them for the res. So you want to be careful about dying on this ramp. Oh shoot, these guys. got me down to 2k. It's his ability. It stacks on you, and with just a couple stacks it's not bad, but with a lot of stacks it hurts. Alright, let's see. Oh yeah, I need to rebuff before I go. They didn't cast this one because I don't have rage, but I don't want to use that one now anyway because that's my level 45. All it does is every once in a while it will heal me when I get hit. And not by very much. It's a nice thing to have, but... Okay, now I'm going to pull these two. Quick, 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 quick. Get here before he... Okay. Yeah, that's a bit of a gamble. Especially if you do that... Okay, come on, girls. I assume these robed things are girls. I say that, but I'm the one wearing the dress. Alright. Okay, let's get a little bit more mana. I think now I can pull him. And there's another hormone crystal in there that we'll get after we kill him. I'm gonna let him go back to the middle and then I'll pull. That okay, that's the buff from my pet. Alright. I think Rising Tide has a longer range. Yeah, that's fine, I don't care. Not a big deal. Oh, he already got the debuff on me. Yeah, this guy does it as well. I think that's why we died so much back in the day killing this guy, because we did not understand how that debuff worked. Why we kept taking damage. You're like, we're gonna fight this thing, but be careful, you might just spontaneously explode. See that? He chunked me for only like 2k damage. It was not that bad. But that's because my weapon is not super strong. If I was using my other weapon, it would be worse. No, I'm not gonna do it. That's a reason to, if you are the tank, to actually intentionally use a weaker weapon in here. I think I cast that as... Oh, no, I didn't cast it too soon. But... He can also fear you, and that's another thing that's really dangerous about this guy. Yep, there we go. Running around. Alright, let's see how hard it hits. Nope, he hit it. So if he puts it on you again, while you still have it on you, the debuff, it'll just refresh it and it won't go off. It only goes off when it takes down to 0. Did I not eat one of these? No, I'm gonna do that. I know that increases my damage, so I'm gonna take more from the debuff, which I'm slowly watching it tick down. There we go. Core of life. Nope, it's on cooldown. Okay, I took the damage. I think I did. Unless something weird happened and it missed or something. I think it can miss. Because I think if I check my damage taken, let's see, it can miss. But I've also seen it misses just because if I have Holy Aura up, it'll miss automatically because I become immune. Or no, then it would just say immune, it wouldn't say missed. So, So I guess it can just miss. that's not very useful. But, okay, Holy Aura. There we go. I think I still took damage. I think I did it too late. Let's see, I gotta get rid of some stuff. I didn't realize this was bind on equip. That's interesting. I didn't know anything in here was bind on equip. Those are bound on acquire, bind on acquire, bind on acquire. Weird. Accessories that are other than the ones that you get from the quest line are just way worse. That's the reason I only statted that one piece, and when I did stat it, I statted it for endgame, because I knew that I was going to be using those earrings, earrings and rings and necklace. I was going to use that set all the way at endgame. So the other ones I've just been leaving them as they are, and then eventually I'm going to clean them off and probably clean stat them just like I did the other one. That's going to be one of the things I have to do before I can solo Kalen Shrine or IDK 50. Oh my gosh, that mana drain is so quick. No, no, no! Don't let me run off there. Gosh, this is bad. The monsters to be fighting. There we go. I'm gonna live. Alright. I gotta get rid of more crap. In case you're wondering why I disenchant my stuff instead of just dropping it, if you disenchant, there's a chance you get crafting runes, and some of those are actually valuable. And I have my Ludomatic set to just drop stuff, like all of the tier 1 runes that I get. Disenchant is a ability. You probably have it in your general stuff. You get it from I think you get it from one of the quests in Logar. Like really early, like when you first get put in the game. So if you just ran past all that stuff, then you probably didn't get it. But I like it. I use it frequently. But you generally want to use it on the stuff that is worth the least amount of gold. Alright. So here we've got two bosses. Back in the day we called them the dragons. Even though they don't have wings, we called them the dragons. We also have all of these little swift shadows. These things are almost negligible. You get enough of them on you and they will be spamming like a knockback, so they can knock you around, but the damage they do isn't much, and I like to have a lot on me just because rage. And getting all that rage means that I will be able to just spam Ascending Dragon Strike. In fact, one of the things I would sometimes do is I would kill a bunch of these until one of them dropped a attack sigil, so that it would increase my attack damage, and then I would be spamming my Ascending Dragon Strike. I think I crit for like 13k, which is a lot at this level. I want to try and attack these one at a time. That's why I'm sort of waiting. I think I can probably pull this one. Usually they don't come up here at the same time. Okay, I added all these guys. That stuff that stunned me. So maybe one of these guys will come up here by themselves. I believe these things respawn, so maybe I'll just kill them. And maybe I'll get a sigil. Or maybe I won't. Okay. So, okay, never mind, he didn't split up. I'm just going to try and pull one and hope that I don't get both of them. Taking both of them is... it's possible, but... it's easier if you just take them on one at a time. Unless you have a lot of really good AoE or something. I can imagine running this with a group and coming in here as a tank, maybe as a Knight Priest or Knight Warrior, tanking both of them, having a healer healing me, and then a mage flaming to hit both of them at the same time. So, with a party, it could be worth doing it, but if you're solo, might as well just fight one at a time. Okay, I just shrank because I've done this potion for a while. Get even bigger. There we go. If I was on Warrior, I could Frenzy as well. I remember my first character, once I found out about fullness potions, I would do this thing where I would drink a fullness potion and then Berserk and also Frenzy, and I would be so big that like I could stand over a player and hide their entire body inside my boot. See, now the Swift Shadows are really knocking me around. Oh, and he goes immune to physical damage at like 25% health. So that's a good time to just stop and heal, which I didn't do there. But I was getting beaten up by all these scorpions anyway. You notice all those extra scorpions appeared. I think that the boss actually spawns them at a certain point in the fight. Even that's OD. I don't like that dirty stat. It's not worth trying to sell. Okay. It's pretty common for me to get to the end here and then have all these extra items in my inventory that I'm trying to figure out which one I want to get rid of. I'm going to get rid of that necklace. No one's going to buy it. Okay. See what this guy's got. That's what I thought. Okay. Last but not least. And this key that I got, you need to kill both of them to get the key. So I guess these two bosses are the only two that are not optional if you want to get this chest. But actually, these two bosses don't actually drop any blue gear. They drop some green gear. If you want to get the blue gear, you have to kill them both and open the chest of mirrors. Now, in all this raid, I'm just going to spam Sudden Dragon Strike. But sometimes I get stunned for a second by those things, so that's the downside. shoot. Soul Source. Because otherwise they would have knocked me around and I would not have been able to heal. Oh, also, apparently he Dark Power releases. And that did quite a bit of damage. I just Soul Sourced and he already chunked me down. I could have stunned him and stopped it, but I was at full health. I didn't think I was going to die. And there go my buffs. They just wore out. I thought I was going to be able to kill him before they wore out. Here we go. Bye-bye. Thanks for playing. Alright, let's see. What am I going to get rid of? Stuff I just got. Nothing's worth 1,000, less than 1,000 gold. I will get rid of that. These pants. I'm probably gonna have to get rid of these two. Okay, and then last but not least, we'll check to see what I got. And there is one more hormone crystal here. So let's see, I came in here with 8. I think I forgot to get the one by that one armored boss. I talked about it, but I forgot to go get it after. I'll go get that after this. Let's just see what I got out of here. Anything good? Let's see. I don't think I got anything. Here's a torture belt. Ooh, Seclusion 4. It's not actually Seclusion is a pretty lousy stat. I've used it, but it's not great. Ooh, I think I already have this hammer. Or maybe I have a better hammer. I might keep that for my knight, even though I never really run the knight anymore. I might keep it for when I run Knight Priest. It's better than any sword that I have, I think. There's a sword that drops in here as well, and I might already have that. Well, actually, I know I already have it, but I'm not sure if it's better than this. Alright, it's supposed to go with the leather set. So, until next time, peace out.